I got Pete, the producer, to my right here. I want to give him a little airtime. You're always behind the camera, Pete. I wanted, number one, to give you a big shout out and congratulations. You've been doing a great job on Muscle in the Morning. You've been doing it every day of the week, and I think you really came into your own on that show.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I think we're up to, what, 75 shows or something right now?
And didn't Isaac Hines say that we wouldn't make it past, what, like 3 weeks or something?
I think he said it would last a week or two at best.
Yeah. So you're doing a great job, and I know Serge is very happy that you've been advertising his mega event every day on the show. And hopefully a lot of people will show up at this event because it's going to be a great event. I do want to bring something up. Morgan has a theory. Because Pete, whenever we text Pete or we call Pete.
First of all, I knew the second you brought me on here, you were setting me up for something.
Of course.
Something. You weren't just going to give me credit for Muscle in the Morning.
I just wanted you to enjoy that first 10 seconds of Dave giving you some praise.
I have to give you a little bit. I got to give you the kudos of what you got to. But we can never get in touch with this guy. You can text him, you can call him. He does not answer the phone. He takes forever to get. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea. It
really depends. It depends what time you text me at. I mean, if you text me while I'm in the gym, it might take me an hour to get back to you because I'm not on the phone.
Right, but you're not in the gym all day. I know you don't.
No, not all day. No, but usually if I'm coming into work later in the day, I'm at the gym.
Because I know you have that phone attached to your hip.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm sitting here, it might be right next to me.
It takes him an hour, Dave?
More. 3-4 hours sometimes.
You accept that?
No, I don't. So Morgan has a theory. Before I get Morgan, give us your theory on what Pete does all day.
So hearing all the symptoms, everyone was sitting me down, telling me what he does.
Morgan's a very good investigative reporter. That's why I hired her. She's very astute.
So I went, all right, maybe he's a gamer. And they're like, a gamer? What's a gamer?
You're a gamer.
And I'm like, a gamer. So someone that really enjoys computer games, and they get very, very.
Now, there's some evidence too. We understand don't you own one of those like headsets?
Headsets.
Yeah, I own a headset because I used to do a radio show on it.
Nah, I don't know. So are you a gamer or are you not?
No, I'm actually not. I actually don't play any games, any video games, anything.
So what do you do all day?
Usually I'm here doing Muscle in the Morning.
All right, I think he's holding back. You know what? I hired Mel for a reason, okay? Mel, I got to get an answer out of this guy. Yeah. So I think it's time that you did your job.
I think Pete's a gamer, and everybody knows I'm notorious.
Mel is notorious for using power tools and tools to get what we need. Pete, you want to tell us what you're doing at home?
It's question and answer time with the boss, and we have to know what you're doing all day at home. You have to tell the truth, because he says you're not here. So we gotta find out.
What is your hobby? Dun, dun, dun.
Let him enjoy his good time. That he's doing a good job.
He's pulled people's teeth out with pliers. He wanted to use the pliers. No answers, Pete, huh?
No answers.
Definitely not a gamer, though.
You're not a gamer. You're
wrong.
I
have been tapping on your window, Pete. I've seen the evidence.
Pete, she has video surveillance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You following me around now?
She's following you around. I got you. She's actually.
I've been peeping up.
She's actually a private investigator, and we got her on your tail, so you better watch out. We get some clear video footage. We're gonna bring it.
What if I'm gaming? What happens if I'm gaming?
Well, we don't care if you. We just think you're gaming. If you would have told me you were gaming, it would make a lot of sense.
They need to solve the problem. It's just bothering him because his life is still in order. He doesn't know something.
All right, so
they got Gamers Anonymous.
Since he's not gaming, then would we expect what's a good response time, Mel, on a phone, on a text message?
If he's not training,
right?
Half an hour.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
have you ever if you're on the phone,
right?
Nowadays, you text while you're talking.
All right, so if you don't respond in 10 minutes
hold on.
Now he's going to tell us what he does.
No. Now I'm going to bring out the phone. Let's go to the text messages. Let's see. This is what I get when I'm at home. This is what I get from Dave, Colleen, and Johnny.
Right. Oh, okay.
So now I'm going to.
You're involved.
Now I'm putting all three of you on the spot.
Right. Oh boy, he's gotten very bold since he started doing Muscle in the Morning. If you know.
Okay. I warned you.
Is that the same Pete that's on the picture right there?
Yeah.
Can we get a shot of that right there?
Get a camera shot of that. I asked him if he was tanning.
3:24 p.m. Can you come in earlier? Right after that. Need to do Muscle in the Morning and take the green screen off from Johnny.
Okay.
That's at 3:24.
Right.
3:26 from Colleen. You have to be here at 4:30. Then 3:37 from Dave. Get back to Colleen immediately.
Right.
That's 10 minutes.
When did you respond to anyone?
3:44.
After you were
20 minutes.
After you were threatened 3 times. Now go back to Johnny's text message from the night before. How long did it take you to respond to that? Or did he, Johnny? Did he ever respond to that? I guess that's a no.
What text message?
Yeah, what? He didn't get that one.
Yeah, he didn't get that
Deleting it.
He only tells you about the text messages that he responded to. So Mel says it's a 10-minute response time you got now. If you don't, then we're gonna have to do something about it. There's gonna be penalties.
Hey, I got it, Pete. Though, do they mass text you frantically over here?
No, he gets one text a day. The kid, he won't.
I get
respond.
one text from him, then from her, then from
Because he doesn't respond. He doesn't respond. So, Mel, you're gonna do your job. We're gonna give him another chance. He's on probation now. He's on text probation. All right. Well, we got a new segment coming up. It's called Pardon the Interruption. And we're going to talk. This is going to be our little New York Pro preview. We got 7 topics. We're going to go through this. After we go through this, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back and we get all our athletes on because I know they're all over there itching. They're hungry, and they got to get tanned, and they got to, as Jimmy would say, shave down. So let's do this thing. Chris, make sure you got your microphone by you. I want to ask you guys your opinions on a couple of topics. We're going to time the topics. What do we got, Johnny? About 4 minutes per topic? 3 minutes per topic we're going to do. All right, here we go. Put the first topic up on the screen, Johnny. The topic is Victor Martinez, Chris Cormier, best or bust? Will he be the best he's ever been, or will he be the worst he's ever been, and there'll be disappointment at the New York Pro? What's your prediction?
I'm gonna predict he'll be his best.
His best. Now, why? What makes you say that? Is he hungry?
I reached out to him for if you wanted some help with some posing stuff, you could just send photos over. He didn't do it, but he said thanks, and if he was out there, cool. This guy told me he was pretty peeled earlier today. I didn't get a chance to see him, but I've been down at Bev's gym the last couple of days. I'm expecting this to be one of the best shows. Coming back from being, a lot of trials and tribulations going on with Victor.
Sure.
I think he's probably pretty hungry.
Does Victor remind you of yourself? Because he's never won the huge show, but yet he should have, and that was always said of you too. You always were in that second spot and just always missing the mark.
Yeah, we got a lot of similar things going on with the sport and stuff. We know each other a long time and stuff, so he's been marked as someone can win Olympia. So that I was in that same category where it's like you have to always think that they're a threat to come into the show, no matter what.
Mel, bust or best?
Neither. Everybody knows I'm pretty tight with Victor, and of course I seen him today and stuff. I don't think he's going to be at his all-time best because I think he's a little bit smaller, but I think he's going to be in great condition. I seen him. He looked to be in great condition, great spirits. So, but I don't think it's going to be the Victor of 2007 that we're used to seeing. Took second to Jay was 2007. So he's not going to be there because of the arm injury and everything like that. But as far as condition-wise, I think we're going to see.
Will he win the show, Chris? Yes or no? Prediction.
I don't know.
Can he win the show?
Yeah, he could win the show. It's just that it's like they have a lot of younger guys. I know we're older now. It's like you got to stay take into account the experience factor. Some of these younger guys can be a lot bigger, but their experience is not gonna let them just catapult them to win that show.
Mel, does he have to win the show? Is this a do or die show for Victor?
Yeah, it's very important for him coming back from this. It's his Olympia qualification, and I'm picking him for the win. I just think that he's aesthetically going to be that good. Whether he's a little bit smaller, like we're all hearing. I didn't really notice it because I didn't see him pose, but I think that his condition is going to be that good. His symmetry is going to be that good, and he's going to take the win here.
All right, that's a nice prediction from Mel Chansey. I think Victor's going to be up there among that top 3. There's a lot of good guys. Let's go to our next topic. Well, I'm being motioned by my Johnny Styles. You're not ready for me yet, huh? Okay. I didn't get the bell. Okay. Next topic: 300-pound Ramy. Is he the next Mr. Olympia? Chris Cormier.
Probably not the next one, but he will be one.
You think he will? He's that good.
Yeah, he's that good.
This guy is weighed in 298 pounds the other day at Bev Francis gym. I saw the scale.
Yeah, I was there when they were doing it.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I saw him posing.
Are you impressed?
Yeah. I started laughing. It was just kind of comical, because.
Have you seen his whole physique?
Hmm.
What's your assessment of it at this point? Where's his weaknesses? Does he have any?
Weakness is going to be from being able to control his body and to present it the way he need to. When the show goes on and when the heat is on and when you're tired and the lights are up there so bright and hot, people lose their composure when they go to hitting pose. You're not going to know. I don't even know what's going to happen. I've never seen a guy actually do a routine before.
Sure.
But I don't think.
It's a good point you make, though.
Yeah, but he's super big. And I was talking to DJ. He said
Dennis James.
He said he's gonna come down. He was flat at the time. He didn't really have a whole lot of veins, but he had
He
a
was
whole
flat
lot.
at 298.
Yeah. So he said that he was gonna bring him down. At least 10 pounds or so at that time, and he could very well be. Then as freaky, probably even freakier than Ronnie was when.
That's a big statement coming from
Ronnie
Chris
came
Cormier.
around.
We
Mel
keep hearing
Chansey,
that.
Steve Weinberger told us that according to what he heard, Ramy was a fisherman living in Egypt, and he moved to Kuwait to give out towels at a gym.
He was not. He didn't give out towels. He was cleaning up the sweat.
He was worse.
Off the
He was
benches.
worse than.
Yeah, he went over there, and just because he was into bodybuilding, and he was a big fan of Victor Martinez.
That's right, and he's going to be going up against him.
And
this
he went
weekend.
over there, and he wanted to work there, and they gave him towels, and he was cleaning up the sweat, and I guess genetically, this dude was great. Naturally,
He was probably training like in between, like when people wouldn't be in the gym. He'd hit a couple of exercises.
He would be there for 10 hours, and then he would eat and stuff, and then he'd go train. They let him train.
Amazing story. Can he be the next Mr. Olympia?
Yeah.
Can he beat Phil
absolutely.
Heath this September?
I mean, I don't know about this September.
Yeah.
I don't know. Phil's on a roll, and he is Mr. Olympia. But from what we heard, like obviously me and you didn't see him, but from what we heard, and for Steve to say that this guy's, is that good.
I've never heard Steve Weinberger say that this guy could be anyone could be the next Mr. Olympia. So
Yeah, Steve's a hard guy to
that's
get through.
But I saw the pictures and I've seen him on the video, and his upper body is enormous, and he's got a small waist. He's got good symmetry.
But he was just standing there, and you could see the striations in his quads and his teardrops and stuff.
Is that just genetics, Chris? You think?
Yeah, just the ability to have that lower body fat and have it pretty evenly all over his body because.
We're out of time. Next subject. Next topic. Kevin English. Can he regain his form and and continue his reign as the 212 or defeat, I guess, Flex Lewis, the reigning 212 Olympia champ? Kevin will be posing this week here, competing at the 212 New York Pro. Chris, can Kevin regain the form he once had?
Sure, he could. He can do it. He's I've seen him the last couple of days. He looked pretty dizzy and pretty disoriented. He was
He's like that normally sometimes.
Yeah, I
right,
know,
too.
but still, it was just like I was just like, yo. Yeah, you were just like.
Well, he's got to make weight, so
going
that's
hard. I know, but
yeah.
He's suffering.
I know he's suffering and stuff, but he is one that can do it. You can't count that guy out. He's won too many titles and he has so much experience at doing it.
What's so impressive about Kevin?
Just that he looks like he's so much bigger than the 212 can be. Like he looks like he's like 220, 230.
Is it the joints, the small joints?
Yeah, and then in this, when he goes to hit his shots, he hit it with aggression and with authority. Some people don't do that when they compete. Not to take anything away from Flex Wheeler.
Flex Lewis. I know. I thought
Yeah.
I slipped too. There's only really one Flex, right?
Yeah.
There's only one Flex.
Yeah. He's great too, and he's so impressive with his cuts and density with his muscles. So it's going to be a tough one, but it can happen. Yeah, it can happen.
Now, Mel, there's another competitor there's two other competitors that seem to be very big rivals of Kevin here going here. Obviously, Samuel Haddad, who's been second a couple times.
Crazy.
Great symmetry. But we have a guy by the name of Aaron Clark, who's a rookie pro.
Right.
He won the heavyweight class at the NPC USA last year, beating Anthony Pasquale. He has decided to drop down to the 212 class. A very dangerous competitor. Can he beat Kevin English in your estimation?
I agree with everything Chris said on Kevin, and he's powerful. If he's suffering and got his shit together here, so to say, he could pull it off. But if Kevin's off, Kevin's off. So, and them other two guys, that Egyptian guy, is that where he's from?
No, Aaron Clark is from Washington,
No,
D.C.
the other guy.
Samuel
Yes.
Haddad. He
Yeah.
is, I guess.
Okay, so
from
he's right there,
Dubai.
you know. So Dubai. So it all depends on exactly what's going on there.
That's the buzzer. Next topic: Candace Keene versus Nicole Wilkins. Is this a figure Olympia preview, Chris?
Yes.
Obviously, Candace Keene beat Erin Stern, the reigning Miss Olympia, at the Arnold Miss Figure International. She's decided to do the New York Pro. She won Australia too. She's here to do the New York Pro to see if she can beat Nicole Wilkins, who was a previous Miss Olympia. Is this going to be the competition of competitions for these two girls?
For sure.
Does it remind you of when Ronnie and Flex kind of went head to head? I guess Ronnie and Livroni went head to head at Night of Champions years ago.
Yeah, and also with Flex too, because Flex was really good, and everyone knew Ronnie was coming up really hard and fast, and Nicole has a great frame, so I mean that's gonna be a tough battle right there.
Is it time for a new champion? Do you think that people are pushing for Candace at this point? Obviously, she's got the beauty factor. She's got the great physique. It's always hard to unseat the people who are reigning. Is this her year, in your estimation?
I mean, sometimes you got to pay your dues. I paid a lot of dues when it came to trying to obtain a title, and I got a lot of seconds before, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, she's, I think it's something to be said about a Miss Olympia or some Mr. Olympia. Like, they have something that was very special. So,
Mel, two of the best-looking girls in figure, arguably, Candace Keene and Nicole Wilkins. Who do you like? Who will win on Saturday?
I say Candace is on a roll right now. You know, she's coming off these wins. It's hot. Nicole, they always say you got to beat the champion. You got to knock out the champ. So it's definitely going to be a battle. But I just see the Candace train rolling right now, and that's my thoughts in my head.
Well,
knowing the sport.
Candace was supposed to be here. She texted me. She was upset that she missed her flight was delayed, and she said to tell the audience she will win come Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens come this weekend. All right. Next topic. This is a topic a little dearer to what is going on here in the studio. The Brazilian battle, I call it. Juliana Malacarne versus Karina Nascimento in the women's physique competition. Chris, you're on the spot here because you got two of them sitting right opposite you there. Who wins, Chris?
I'm going to say this why Chris thinks. This is the real battle
of
the show. Okay, you know, I mean, we got Ramy, we got Victor, and that's, I'm not taking that away from them, guys. But like I said, Victor has to screw up to lose that. This is the battle between these two women right here. This is what I think it's going to come down to. So one mistake, either way, that's where
there's a lot of other girls in the competition, obviously, as well. But we're billing this
not
as
taking away
as the
from
show
right,
here.
of course, not taking away from nobody. But this is the battle, and my opinion is one mistake by either one of these women.
Well, who do you think will emerge? This is a prediction show. So.
If I knew anything about predictions,
you have two women looking at you in a very, very.
Here's how I'm going to get out of this.
Can we do a comparison? real quick?
If I knew anything about predictions, I would have stayed out of prison.
Guys. Hit an arm shot. Let's see your arms.
Who's ranked higher?
Let's see your. Roll that sleeve up there, Karina. Karina, roll that sleeve up a little bit.
Come on.
Oh shit, it doesn't roll up. All right, Julianne, let's see the arm. That's a good. Those are some good arms there. Wow.
You could see him sitting there. How good a shape they're in. Look, I mean, it's crazy.
This is going to be a battle of battles.
This is the battle, ladies. I'm predicting. So
I'm a huge fan of them both. So I mean, it's just hard to.
Chris, are the Brazilians going to rule the women's physique class in your estimation? There's a lot of very good Brazilian competitors.
They got nice booties.
Well, they have that sex appeal going for them already, so I think that's going to play in their favor.
Yeah.
Very curvature, really good curves too. All right.
Yeah. They have the figures.
Well, we're going to get them on after the commercial break. We're going to ask them personally who they think is going to win, and maybe we'll get a little preview from them. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be my favorite division of the show, I think. Yeah, the men is great all the time, but it's finally good to have some women who are actually posing on stage again that make a difference and that people are excited about. It reminds me of when women's bodybuilding first started, right, Chris?
Yeah, exactly.
You remember
Penny
that.
Price and
absolutely.
Anya Langer.
It was all beautiful women, yeah. Not to take anything away from the current crop of women. All right, last topic of the day, and then we're going to go to a commercial break. Chris, who was the best New York Pro / Night of Champions champion of all time? The best New York Pro champion of all time / Night of Champions, because it used to be called Night of Champions.
Wow, that's a rough one.
Dang.
I know who it is. I got my answer ready. But I'm not going to give it because you guys are going to copy me then.
Is it Ron,
Who do you think?
Ronnie or Robbie or?
I'd say Ronnie. Mine is Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman?
Best champion
Yeah,
of all
Ronnie.
time.
Yeah, I would say Ronnie.
Who do you think? Mel?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that is a
Ronnie,
rough
dude,
one.
did you
Ronnie went on
remember
to win the
that?
Olympia
You remember
after
what
that.
happened?
Yeah.
Tell- give us a recap of that show, Chris.
Well, he was just storming through the sport at the time. He was just on his incline. He was just in, I think, was that the same year he won the Olympia?
That was the year he won the Olympia.
Same year he
Yeah,
won the Olympia,
it was like a
so-
preview.
Yeah, so that one was, it was tough, man. And then we went to the Garden that year.
The Madison Square Garden was the Olympia.
So it was.
People don't realize you finished sixth that year.
Sixth. I should have been third. Or
Yeah, you probably should have been high, but
Chris, that was 08. Chris, 08. Chris,
Ronnie's in the studio. I didn't even know he was here.
that was 08, right?
That was
No, it's
98.
98.
98.
I'm sorry, 98.
Yeah.
98.
You were there, right?
I was there, yeah.
As a
Uptown,
Hell's
baby.
Angel, weren't you?
Janet Jackson was playing upstairs. If you guys
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was a bomb, dude.
That's when the Olympia traveled.
That's right.
I liked it then.
Did you?
That's when
Yeah.
I went straight from the nightclub straight to my shoot with
Chris,
Brian
you always
Hahn.
went from the nightclub straight to
No,
your
but
shoot.
that's when it started.
Oh, was that when it started? I remember at the
I
Arnold.
was like in the club and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I was like, where you gotta go? I got a photo shoot. And I when? Right now. I was like,
What people don't realize, that year was so good that NASA, who was third, could have won the Olympia if any other year. You could have won the Olympia any other year. Look at that. Lavroni could have won the Olympia. Everyone
Yeah.
looked great that year.
Yeah, everybody. It was tight.
On that note, let's go to a commercial break. When we come back, we are going to have the Brazilian bombshells.